A combat drone is another name for an unmanned combat aerial vehicle. UAV are unmanned aerial vehicles that are used for espionage, surveillance, and drone attacks. They may also carry aircraft weaponry like missiles, ATGMs, and bombs and hardpoints. Military drones have taken over the sky in recent years. Today, drones can execute most aerial tasks, whether by utilizing air-to-ground rockets, laser-guided bombs, or even testing air-to-air capability. However, not all combat drones are made equal. Some are just upgraded surveillance UAV, while others were designed to be almost as competent as the most powerful jet fighters. However, the comparison criteria remain the same. Here, we wish to choose the most effective, competent, and combat-ready of all of them. KGJ-2 or Wing Loon 2. The Aviation Industry Corporation of China designed and built the Wing Loon 2 unmanned aerial vehicle, which is a better picture of the Wing Loon I with a longer fuselage and greater wingspan. This aircraft is part of the Air Force of the People's Liberation Army. The Wing Loon 2 prototype was unveiled to the public for the first time at the Airshow China Expo in Shanghai from November 1-6, 2016. The drone can support the external payload of a maximum of 48 kg and is designed for reconnaissance, surveillance, and air assault. It can carry up to 12 laser-guided bombs or rockets, such as GB-3 250 kg laser-guided bombs, Feet 9/50 bombs, and TL-10 missiles. The medium-altitude long-endurance aircraft can fly for 32 hours and reach a top speed of 199 km per hour. It does have a service ceiling of 32,480 feet and a maximum takeoff weight of 4,200 kg. TAI Aksunger. The Turkish Air Force has been using the Aksunger unmanned aerial vehicle UAV since 2017. Turkish Aerospace Industries developed it, TAI, and it is utilized for long-term reconnaissance, signals intelligence, marine patrol operations, and unmanned combat aerial vehicle operations. It is the contractor's biggest drone with payload capacity for mission-specific equipment based on current innovation from the TAI Anka series of drones. It is equipped with two TUSAS Engine Industries PD 170 twin-turbocharged diesel engines with three-bladed rotors in attractor mode, allowing long-endurance flights up to 40,000 feet. According to TAI, these enable the Aksunger to cruise at a maximum speed of 110 miles per hour and carry a maximum payload of 1,650 pounds to an altitude of 25,000 feet, or ascend to 35,000 feet with a 330-pound payload. On September 2, 2020, TAI announced that Aksunger had broken the record by flying in the air for 49 hours. It supported weaponry to run the gamut of current-generation precision-guided drop bombs, anti-tank guided missiles, and general air-to-surface missiles. The General Atomics Avenger. The General Atomics Avenger, originally known as the Predator-C, is among the most recent UAV systems to enter service with the U.S. military, displaying some of the most cutting-edge UAV technology. The Avenger is a more powerful and lethal version of all prior Predator UAV. If its technology lives up to its promise, she should serve the American military for a long time. The primary contractor is General Atomics Aeronautical Systems of San Diego, California. The Avenger is powered by a single 4,800-pound thrust Pratt & Whitney PW545B series engine. The aircraft's performance specifications include a peak speed of over 460 miles per hour and an active ceiling of 60,000 feet, equivalent to that of a military fighter. Endurance is advertised as 20 hours, although this may be increased if necessary by adding an internal fuel tank that takes up room in the bomb bay. The interior fuel tank adds 2 hours of flight time to the overall endurance. To reduce its radar signature to a minimum, the Avenger has internal bomb storage. It has also been given clearance to carry the AGM-114 Hellfire anti-tank missile system, the GBU-24 Peiwei 3 laser-guided bomb, the GBU-31 JDAM, which converts standard drop bombs into directed threats, and GBU-38 small-diameter bombs, which are bombs needed to promote an aircraft's ordnance-bearing ability. If internal ordnance is used, the payload is restricted to 3,000 pounds. Altair/Altius. The Altius or Altius-M is a moderate-altitude long-endurance unmanned air vehicle designed by Transys and Sakal for the Russian Air Force and Navy to undertake research, surveillance, and electronic assault tasks. The Altius program began in October 2011 when the Russian Ministry of Defense granted a project for 3 billion rubles to build it with the Okhotnik-B UAV system. Altius is a 6-ton aircraft having a maximum takeoff weight of 11,000 to 15,400 pounds and a capacity of 2,200 to 4,400 pounds. With a cruising speed of 150-250 kilometers per hour and a ceiling of around 40,000 feet, its maximum range is projected to be 5,400 nautical miles. The aerial vehicle is powered by two RED-A03 or V12 diesel engines with a takeoff power of about 500 horsepower and air screws. The Altius M has a reach of roughly 10,000 kilometers and a flight time of up to 48 hours. EADS Barracuda. The EADS Barracuda is a European unmanned aerial vehicle propelled by a jet engine that EADS is presently developing for surveillance and combat. The drone is the result of collaboration between Germany and Spain. The UCAV's uniquely designed fuselage, which has an S-duct air inlet and a V-tail, scatters redirected radar, making it stealthy. It has a single Pratt & Whitney JT-15D turbofan engine with a power of 3,100 pounds. The aircraft has a top speed of 1,041 kilometers per hour and a maximum altitude of 20,000 feet. Although it lacks the range and endurance of males, it is more of a combat aircraft than anything else, carrying 300 kilos of precise bombs in its internal storage, ready to be fired at a minute's notice before an adversary could discover the invader. Northrop Grumman X-47. The Northrop Grumman X-47B is wingless, strike fighter-sized unmanned aircraft designed for the U.S. Navy's Unmanned Combat Air or UCAS carrier demonstration program. The unmanned aircraft is 38.2 feet in length with a 62.1-foot wingspan. The aircraft's form is intended for stealthy or low-detectable needs, and for assisting the Navy in exploring the future of unmanned carrier flying. The weapons bay of the X-47B can hold up to 4,500 pounds of armaments. Electro-optics, infra-hyperspectral radar, inverse SAR, surface moving target indication, electronic support policies, and marine moving target indicator sensors are also included aboard the UCAS. The Pratt & Whitney F100PW 220U engine and exhaust pipe power the UCAS. The aircraft has a subsonic speed of 0.45 m and a span of around 2,100 nautical miles. BAE Systems Tyrannis. The BAE Systems Tyrannis, commonly known as the Raptor, is a British demonstration project for unmanned military aerial vehicle technology that is being developed largely by defense contractor BAE Systems Military Air and Information. The Tyrannis prototype plane exemplifies the best of British engineering and aeronautical design. The plane was built to show the UK capacity to develop an autonomous air system capable of conducting long-term reconnaissance, making goals, collecting information, deterring enemies, and carrying out attacks in hostile terrain while being piloted by a person. The Tyrannis is planned to perform transcontinental missions and will be equipped with a wide range of weaponry that will allow it to strike both airborne and ground targets. It will be controlled by satellite connection from anywhere on Earth and will employ stealth technologies to keep a low radar profile. The prototype is comparable in size to the BAE Hawk training jet and has a max takeoff weight of around 18,000 pounds. It features two inside weapon bays and is designed to have complete autonomy, meaning it will be allowed to navigate without human supervision for a significant portion of its mission. The planned future combat air system, an operational derivative of the Tyrannis, is permitted to begin military service around 2030. Hongdu GJ-11. Shenyang Aircraft Create Institute, Shenyang Aerospace University, and Hongdu Aviation Industry Group collaborated to design the Hongdu GJ-11 or Sharp Sword, a stealthy unmanned combat aerial vehicle. It is made by Hongdu and comes from the ATAC 601S program, where it was chosen as one of the working prototype design victors. The Sharp Sword is propelled by a sole turbofan engine with a 14-meter wingspan, an interior weapons compartment, and a hidden propelling nozzle. The exact mission to whom the Sharp Sword has been allocated is unknown, although it is conceivable that it may be used for aerial surveillance and subsequently combat operations. Sharp Sword's interior bomb bays can hold a weapons payload of 4,400 pounds or 2 tons. The drone's covert characteristics might allow it to infiltrate deep behind enemy lines and conduct strikes on vital hostile locations with armament stowed in its weapons bay. Sukhoi S-70 Okhotnik-B. The Okhotnik-B is a Russian secretive massive unmanned combat aerial vehicle designed as a 6th-generation aircraft project by Sukhoi and Russian Aircraft Corporation, MiG the drone is premised on MiG's earlier Mikoyan Scat and incorporates some of the 5th-generation Sukhoi Su-57 fighter jet innovations. The Okhotnik-B's design is built on a flight concept, with materials and stealth coverings to reduce the drone's visibility in flight. It weighs around 20 tons and has a wingspan of roughly 65 feet. The drone is propelled by a single AL-31F turbofan, similar to the one found in the Sukhoi Su-27 fighter jet. The drone's top speed while holding its cargo is said to be 1,000 kilometers per hour. The Okhotnik, which has 2 internal armament bays for up to 2,000 kilograms of targeted and untargeted munitions, was most likely meant to operate as a faithful wingman commanded by the Su-57. XQ-58A Valkyrie. It's a low-cost, high-performance unmanned air vehicle created in consultation with the Air Force Research Laboratory's Kratos Defense and Security Solutions. The Valkyrie is a relatively high subsonic, runway-independent unmanned air vehicle. It's part of an effort to build combat drones that can function as guards for F-22 or F-35 aircraft, including an observation and assault platform either alone or as a component of a UAV swarm with a V-tail, central air intake, and trapezoidal fuselage for a stealth aspect. The Valkyrie is 29 feet long with a 22-foot wingspan, a peak speed of 567 knots, a service ceiling of 44,997 feet, and a range of 2,128 nautical miles. It can carry 8 weapons, such as JDAMs and other tiny diameter bombs. This long-range aircraft is built for fast speeds and nimble mobility, allowing it to carry out a wide range of tasks. It is runway independent, giving the warfighter full operating freedom. Because they are virtually as effective as manned fighters yet are cheaper and easier to replace, an army can manufacture swarms of them, overpowering any opposing defense. Valkyrie is anticipated to go into full operation in 2021 while still in prototype testing. This will provide a prediction of overall robot warfare.